the measurement of human capital impact has to be based on, first and foremost, having a culture that believes in human capital being the primary asset, and doing so by having critical drivers that can establish learning as the fuel for accruing the value of the asset. This starts, of course, with elements associated with the culture of the organization and the work climate itself. For example, attracting the right people who preserve the fabric of the existing culture in terms of integrity, for instance, in terms of positivity and self-motivation. The belief that partnership in a modern context where the world is connected and the organization with the opportunity of social media tools can create connectivity internally and extending externally. Taking knowledge as the fuel and not knowledge as an outcome, and creating the opportunity for renewing, updating, creating and learning. The work climate is also to drive for the achievement of the toughest standards, establishing excellence, and also to do so by creating happiness, and for example focusing on work-life balance as one of the drivers of human capital impact. As far as the core capabilities are concerned, they are very much similar to the classical human resource management principles. Managing people in a life cycle perspective, searching, attracting, onboarding, developing, engaging and retaining, and creating basically an internal versus external customer, a dual synergy through engaging people totally so that they are not too remote and too distant from creating the value, but delivering the value to where it matters to the customer. And that is a reconfiguration of the work environment, so almost everybody can be externally focused and customer oriented, and they can see where the value created is landing, and they can feel the impact of what they have created on the end customer. This can only happen if there is competence and capability in service delivery management, and that the value created is very much dependent on identifying needs, having good customer insight, and innovating through development and through excellence, ensuring that this is an ongoing sustainable activity. Efficiency is what matters in a modern business context. Value is what the customer wants to see, but this cannot be delivered at the detriment of an organization's sustainable means. The customer perspective is really the first line of measuring the impact and success, whether the customers are satisfied with the delivery and whether the service is differentiating enough and unique enough and innovative enough, whether it can be personalized and customized, whether the quality of that service is at the supreme highest quality level possible, whether the pull perspective of personalization can make value managed with customer involvement, with co-creation, for instance, and whether the loyalty is shown through the establishment of a solid partnership where in the future value creation is a collaborative effort and is one with proactive, positive engagement of the customer. And lastly, whether the compensation for employees justifies the means and is defended by the ends that are delivered to the customer. And finally, what it is for the organization itself is that the impact that is generated makes the human capital attractive, competitive, impactful, and delivering growth on the one hand through value creation, but also managing with lean philosophy, with quality and excellence, so that the creativity delivers on both sides, internally, new ways, better ways of being faster, more responsive, more consistent and more efficient, but externally it's being more creative, more innovative, more able to personalize, and more intent to have the customer be considered as a partner in building the future.